Today we're talking about Mythic gear. Season 2 has brought us 4 new sets. We're going to talk about those, where they're good, what's best for each summoner, and we're going to talk about the crafting Mythics since I haven't gone over that yet, what situations and where they're good at, and which ones are best for each summoner. If you end up liking this video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell ding-a-ding thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Tip of the day. I got a great tip from our boy Baker's Goods about affinity levels and how to increase them quick. About affinity levels and how to increase them. If you're looking for some crystals, here's a good way to increase it quickly without feeding it food. If you go to the guild requests and do the dispatch monsters, this will increase their affinity level. When you send monsters out on dispatch though, be aware to send the lower star grades. It takes more experience to get a nat 5 to level 3 for crystals than it does a natural 4-star and also 3 stars. 3 stars are where you should start first if you're looking for more crystals. Every affinity level for natural 3-star units have a crystal reward. You can do this when all your daily requests are done non-stop because the guild requests will reset. So when you're done your 3 out of 3 daily requests, just look for any of the dispatches and still do them even if you don't even need to do any more requests. Also the exploration lizard. Sending monsters out for exploration also gives them affinity levels. You can raise these affinity levels very quickly. The more you know. I'm going to do this as quick and brief as I can. There's 4 new sets in Mythic Dungeons. There's Trace a Wave, which this restores the destroyed HP of your allies. This can't be by heal over time, it has to be by actual heals. There's only one situation where you want to use this set, and that's if you're Kina and you use some kind of stall heal team comp in PvP. And that all that matters is the HP bar at the end of the timer. Even if you have your whole team alive and they have 1 dead, it doesn't matter, it's the HP bar. It's stupid. Trace a Thunderstorm. This is for Arena or Siege. You enter the match with 5 mana. Mana regen goes down by 50% for 10 seconds. This can be really good. Good for like a wombo combo beginning, like for Galleon for example. Maybe it's a Galleon comeback. Or maybe to use a monster that has block beneficial effects, or a provoke, or some kind of skill cooldown for all your team. A lot of wombo combos can be used with this set. It's good on any summoner. However, if your opponent is still using the Moon set from the first season, which gives his team immunity for 5 seconds, then you're kind of SOL. I would only use this if you run some kind of maybe like shield or invincibility. Put them on Soul Link and you can start the battle right then and there with a shield or immunity or invincibility, whatever. Breaching Shield, probably the best new set out of the 4 because you can use it everywhere. When a team member attacks somebody with a shield or invincibility, it has a chance to remove it with a skill use. This also increases the ult gauge. This is different from the first 2 sets. The first 2 sets reduce the monster skill cooldown by 5%. It can be used on every summoner, and every summoner benefits from getting their ultimate. Last set, Annihilation Blade, also gives an ult gauge increase. And honestly, this would probably be the best, but this is situational as well. If you're Kina, you can use the water element to give an attack speed buff to your team, but you have to use water. If you're Soletta, you have to use water again, and it's an attack speed self buff. What this does, if the summoner or the monster has an attack speed up, they get a damage bonus. So this highly depends on what summoner you are and what monsters you have built and the monsters you've used. Now the huge issue is the amount of monsters that actually give an attack speed buff to your whole team. There are a ton of monsters that can do an attack speed up to themselves, but you have to use these monsters in order for it to work. There's a lot of 4-star monsters that give an attack speed up to your team. Beladion, Megan, Bernard, Croa, Viger, but there's only 1 nat 5 and that's Chilling. So you have to use Chilling pretty much if you want your whole team to benefit from the set. Now if you run a ton of assassins though, like Dark Panda, Fire Raven, or archers like Dark Magical Archer, Sabrina, one of the twins, or even Silver Fang, haha if you have them. Sharon would be awesome with this set. You just need to know what you have built and what you plan on building if you want to use this set. We need 5-star monsters with attack speed up. Chilling can't be the only one. Now the big question is, do these new sets beat the old sets of Season 1? Honestly, it just depends. The whole season thing, using this gear to get a bonus during the season, yeah, the bonuses are going to be great. The Sun Legacy set, unless you're still using Fire Paladin and like Light Monkey King kind of wombo combo, then yeah, that might be good. But honestly, there's not a lot of the new sets that can beat the Moon Legacy set for PvP. You still get immunity for 5 seconds in the beginning of the match. That counters the Thunderstorm set. It gives your team 5 seconds to put up another immunity buff. Now let's talk about the crafting weapon and the crafting sub-weapon to go with your grinded hero raid set. The weapon and the sub-weapon are 2 set effects. You need to have them both in order for that extra set to work. Each set also has a special effect, which either A, increases damage in PvP for your summoner or monster, or increases your damage everywhere. So Mythic gear winners. For PvP, Breaching Shield 4 set and the Twisted March weapon and sub-weapon. For PvE, I would go to Annihilation Blade set and the Tree of Heroes crafted weapon and sub-weapon set. The Shadow Castle set was the closest to PvE as a secondary set. It really just depends on where you use it in Guild Infinite Raid, because you're killing a ton of enemies and creatures there. So if you want to craft the set for Guild Infinite Raid only, Spirit's Tier is the best. Summoner specific sets to go for. For every summoner, in my opinion, the best set is Breaching Shield. And then secondary to that is actually Season 1, the Moon set for immunity. But if you want to be different, for Orbian Cleave, you could go Thunderstorm. You gotta have the right monsters for that. And for Kina and Soletta, you can go Annihilation, but again, you gotta have the right monsters for that as well. That's it for today's video. Just want to talk about Mythic sets to hopefully help you focus on what to farm. If you end up liking this video, sub, like, ding ding bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!